Cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap Music Network.
I was with Rich Rapper.
I fucks with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late.
You do count for 2 months, every 60 days counts for 120.
So I only had to go upstate for like 18, 19 months. Maybe max 20 months.
20 months. Okay.
The way that J Hood talks about his county jail time or his penitentiary time, I thought that he had done so much longer than that. I didn't know that it was such a short amount of time. But the way he talks about it makes it seem like he did like all that time in the penitentiary when I guess it was just a really long county jail sentence, which now makes a whole lot more sense on how he was able to get away with certain things. But once he got to the penitentiary, those county jail games quickly got him pushed, in bad standards with his community.
Okay, so now you get upstate, and this is
Now that I'm thinking about it, that actually makes way more sense to why J Hood probably could have ended up on a 50-50 yard because you spent 8 years playing county jail games. And then when you got to the penitentiary, niggas really wasn't feeling you. And you had probably dirty politics and done so much BS in the county jail that your karma hits you. And, here we are.
kind of where you kind of had some issues.
Yeah, I had an issue. Okay, I was in reception. And then after reception, I went to Ironwood. At Ironwood, I had some issues on the yard, and basically, I got removed off the yard, and I made a decision to.
So what caused you to get removed off the yard?
What caused me to get removed off the yard is dirty politics. They tried to say that I told on somebody.
But then now it kind of makes you wonder too of were you fighting so much in the LA County jail because of this stigma you had on you for potentially talking too much and telling on somebody? Because we're looking at this in totality now that we have a little bit more information. We see that you in fact did 8 years fighting a case in the LA County jail. It is very likely and it is very plausible that, while in your time in the LA County jail, you were having your way doing certain things. And when you got into the penitentiary, those things were not necessarily in the greater interest of your community. With that also being said, it kind of makes me wonder, on the same token, if you were having this issue amongst your constituents prior to going to the penitentiary again because they knew that you had some flammery, skullduggery, and a little bit of larceny on your name.
Okay, so they're trying to say you told on the dead guy.
Yes.
Okay. And you felt like, and how did you get approached by this? It was an older dude running everything.
Yes.
He didn't like it.
All right, so like I said, okay, so the city, LA is not that big. It's big, but it's not that big. So everybody.
J Hood does have really short arms. I never realized that. He has really short arms.
Know everybody. So everybody knew what type of charge I was fighting. And by me being in the county jail so long, me being in the county jail so long, everybody had already like counted me out, if that makes sense. Everybody was like, oh, he got life. Like, people voted me out. They all wanted me to get life. They all said I was getting a life sentence. That's what it was. They just assumed I was gonna be a lifer. So when I went upstate and they asked how much time you got, and I said, I got 11 years. I go home in 8 months. I get home in 9 months.
So when they found out that you got 9 months,
they asked me, how did you get 9 months? Like, how you get 11 years, 8 months? And I said, oh, I got on the stand. And they like, Crips can't get on the stand. I'm like, what you mean? They like, I told them I got on the stand in self-defense. They're like, what you mean you got on the self-defense? I'm like, man, I got on the stand and said that the person who I killed tried to kill me. Like, nigga, only person I said who did a crime was me. I said I killed somebody. And they like, yeah, let me see it. Let me see it. And then I go get the paperwork, give it to the older homie. I ain't gonna say his name because I've been politicked on again for saying his name now. The homie said, leave it alone now. Whatever happened, happened. Leave it alone. Right. So but so I go get it to him. I give it to him. I know he didn't read it.
Gangbanging is having literally no control over your own life. That man said, leave it alone, and now you have to leave it alone, even though it's literally the defense of your own personal, physical, and human safety.
I know he didn't because he ain't. It's impossible. I gave you 1,100 pieces of paper. Is it possible for you to read 1,100 pieces of paper in 4 hours? I don't care who you is. Then you come back and tells me, because he said, man, y'all read it, man. That's a wobbler. Some homies might feel like you did. Some homies might feel like you did. You didn't. Like, I did what? Man, somebody feel like you told. Somebody feel like you didn't tell. I knock him out because if that's like you calling me a snitch. You feel me? I hit him. Once I hit him,
I knocked him out. Goddamn. You done knocked out your big homie because he didn't call you a snitch. Goodness gracious. This is going to go bad.
I seen 4 homies running across the yard. I said, why did you do that? And then I ran at him in the middle of the yard. We started fighting. We fought hard too. And then we fought hard. We got pepper sprayed and bombed. They took me to one. They took me to the hole. No, they took me to the cage and they put me in a different. They changed clothes and they took me to a different yard. And then they did that. And then the next morning, I got rushed again. No, I'm gonna say no, not even next morning. Maybe like the next 2 days after that. That makes sense. Like 2 days after that.
Word got over there and they whooped me out again.
Put you back on the yard that fast.
Yeah. I kept going back to the yard.
Damn.
I kept going to the yard. I never rode it up off the yard. I never rode a kite and said I cannot be here. I never went to the police and said I have safety concerns. I never did no buster shit. Never did. Never thought about it.
Then if you never did that, not trying to be funny, but like, how did you get on the 50-50 yard thing? If you never told them you wanted to go there, how did you get
there? Time when I left the yard is because I got jumped and I left in handcuffs. And then after a while, the police just was like, you know what? He's having all these altercations on this mainline yard. Let's try to send him to a 50-50 yard. And they sent me to the 50-50 yard. And even then I had altercations. But I didn't have them as frequently as I did on the mainline, you know? So they just kept me there.
Well, according to Young and Hefe, in the last video, J Hood be off that disco fever. You feel me? Off that sniff yee. You feel me? That sniffington.
Till I went home. People.
So it seemed like J Hood had a hard time in the penitentiary, but he was only there for 8 months. So I'm not saying like only 8 months because like a day in there is a day too long, but nigga, he was only in there for 8 months. Like, what did you do before you got there that pissed this many people off? That's where a hole in the story is coming in at. Like, that's where, I'm sorry, J Hood. It's just something just doesn't make sense. I'm not trying to be all in your business, but since you put your business all out for everybody to see it doesn't make sense that these niggas were so upset at you and you only had 8 months. Something else is going on in this story. Something else is going on in this story. There's a piece missing here. There's a hole in this.
I had to go home. I had to do what I had to do to go home. I wanted to go home.
So this is the 50-50 yard.
I'm not saying that he's not off the yerk. I'm not saying at all that he's not off the yerk, but they saying that he be off the Aspen too. You feel me? They say he like to go snowing. So, you know, I mean, I'm sure he probably had like, you know, J Hood probably like to have fun. We'll just leave it like that. J Hood probably loves to have fun. J Hood is just probably down for a good time. You feel me? J Hood's just down to party. That's all. J Hood is down. It's just a hearty party. J Hood just want to have a hearty party. That's all. You just want to have a hearty party. That's it.
that everybody kind of
Yeah,
gets on you about.
yeah. But everybody, the streets is a 50-50 yard. I don't care about. I'm not
Streets is a 50-50 yard. It's sake.
ashamed of being on the 50-50 yard. I don't care. I'm a man. 50, 100% man. Because everybody know it's snitches on the mainline yard. It's rapists on the mainline yard. It's punks on the mainline yard. Everything they got on the 50-50 yard, they got on the mainline. That's crazy. Every single thing they got on a 50-50 yard, they got on the mainline yard. Everything. Nobody that's undisputed. Nobody on a level 4 prison is gonna say there's nothing that they have except. And I've never been on the yard with a never. They got different places for that. But like if you they got
The transgender is crazy.
see people believe that on 50-50 yards that is just every 50-50 yard.
Honestly, I think that J Hood is just dumb. And I don't mean that in a way of disrespect. I mean that in a way of like Forrest Gump. And I think that he's Forrest Gump. I think that J Hood came into life with a good intention, with a good heart. And I think that he was not the smartest apple on the tree, not the brightest star in the sky. And those idiocies and lack of educations and lack of just common knowledge was used against him by way of gangbanging. That's what I think of J Hood. That is my synopsis on J Hood. And we've been 100% transparent about this entire situation.
Just like San Francisco or something like. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, no, like Atlanta. Like they think the whole 50-50 yard just look like downtown Atlanta. Like, no. They got to
downtown Atlanta looks like zombie land with all the junkies. So there's that.
They got Mill Creek and Donovan. Those are where all the punks are at. Other than that, there is no there are no homosexual activity going on. They gangbanging and killing each other. It's like Big Brother on steroids. It's like Big Brother with machetes.
And at what point?
It's a terrible correlation.
Point do you start like?
That's like a horrible reality show. If it's like Big Brother on steroids, I don't want to watch this show.
Streaming and getting on the internet.
I started getting on the internet around the same time when Faux Extras and Bray's fight started trending and started going viral.
Okay.
Because I confirmed it, and then people start telling stories about my Little County Jail escapades. Because basically everything Faux Extras.
Little County Jail escapades is escapades. Escapades is not the word you were looking for, big dog. Escapades.
Done did in the county jail, I done did. Like knockout artists, to beat everybody up, everything Faux Extras done did in the county jail, I done did. The same person Faux Extra is to his peoples, I was to my people. And
sound like you're like Crip Jesus.
Praise is to his people, like significant people, sufficient peoples. Like I was when it comes to the Compton and Watts Crips, the hub and the dub, you have to say my name. You can't take that from me. I'm one of the homies from the streets to the pen that made this shit look good and represented it, and like represented it with a passion and made it look good.
Well, I would imagine that would be debatable at this point, considering the whole 50-50 yard thing. Outside of the 50-50 yard thing, I would imagine that you have a lot of things to stand on, but including the 50-50 yard aspect of it, I can't really see that being too positive of a representation. You feel me?
Just like Faux Extras make 40 Crip look good, he make neighborhood Crip look good, and Brace, so on and so forth. So that's how I start doing the internet stuff because
he's this. I think that he has a mental deficiency. Honestly, I'm not trying to be funny, but I think that he has a real life mental deficiency.
I guess my story came out and I got energy, and especially to have somebody who done been through what I done been through and then did the things that I've done, and to speak out against it. I speak out against it. Like, gang danging is suicide. Period. Gang banging is a genocide, suicide, and it's the worst thing that happened to Black America since slavery. It's the worst thing, you feel me? And the only we killing ourselves. We killing each other. We killing each other.
What's up, this cam?
Man, this is all right. Shout out to J Hood and
Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that content. We heard the cries, we heard the complaints. Now we don't got no intro, but we do got an outro with the same information, man. Make sure that you are tapped in. Make sure you dropping comments. Make sure you dropping likes. Make sure you subscribing to everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network, because we will be giving away some more Chiliana once we hit that 40,000 membership, 40,000 subscriber, threshold. We're gonna make sure that we give y'all some Chiliana, man. So make sure that y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all stay looking out. Make sure y'all stay right here at TNN Trap News Network. The news you can use, the knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit a good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna keep you updated on what's going on these YouTube streets. You already know the deal, man. If you enjoyed this content, throw the red dot to the left. You know the rest. We gone.
Hi, I'm Whack 100. When I'm not snitching on the internet, I'm snitching in real life for your own personal home security. Call 1-800-WACK-ATTACK. We're first, law enforcement second. Hey, I'm Adam22. Got an extra soul laying around? Be like Doughboy and Whack 100 and sell yours today. One soul equals a lot of clout.
Apollo Jackson.
It's dangerous. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall, 81 points strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Friends is hella fake, I know we're enemies' intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.